Recently, it was reported that a white Yale student named Sarah Brosh called the police on a black Yale student for sleeping in a common area. Brosh claimed that there was someone, quote, who appeared to be not where they're supposed to be. Now, that's absolutely disgusting, and while this happened thousands of miles away, there's a local connection to the story, because Sarah Brosh is Minnesotan. Yeah, like really Minnesotan. She was raised here and is a graduate of the University of Minnesota. And her actions are similar to hundreds of other similar incidents that have occurred across the country and here. Here with a PSA on black people being places and doing things are Minnesota Tonight's black correspondents, Aron Woldeslassie and Alyssa DiVirgilio.
It's African-American.
African-American, John.
It's just 2 words.
It's hyphenated.
It's just 1 word.
God, we're not even black. My exact shade is Rueful Hazelnut.
And mine is sarcastic Cleopatra.
Beat it, you crumb bum.
Yeah, scram.
Gah! Get out of here.
Yeah.
Right, we should get started.
Right. Hello, I'm Alyssa DiVirgilio.
And I'm Aron Woldeslassie.
And we're black people. Please do not call the cops. I know that we don't look like your usual correspondents.
We belong here. We're here because of jokes.
And slavery.
And those excuses are pretty much valid everywhere. Times are changing, and brown people just keep showing up in unexpected places like Yale, public parks, and their houses. So we're here to talk you through these feelings as you continue to realize the non-white people who also live with you on Earth.
We've developed a very simple visualization exercise for any current or future Sarah Broshians to practice next time you think a black person might be a threat to you.
First, picture an African American doing anything.
And then, like boxer braids or jazz, pretend they're white.
Wow.
Just check in with your body while you visualize Steve Martin and Mrs. Brady doing the same activity as the black person. And just ask yourself, am I still anxious? If not, make a mental note that you're probably experiencing internalized racism.
For example, on your way to second brunch, you see a group of black people barbecuing in a public park, and you may think to yourself, uh-oh, ruffians.
You feel scared. Your mind goes to the worst. Are those African Americans waiting for their English teacher to come help them with their emotions through poetry? Are they about to perform an appropriately casted rendition of The Wiz? What if one of them grows up to become president and raises taxes? Better call backup.
But this time, you pause, and you picture Betty White barbecuing in the park instead. Do you still want to call the police?
Or have you started thinking, maybe it's not the barbecuing I don't like?
Listen, we're not saying you shouldn't call the cops if you feel threatened.
Of course not. Maybe Betty White is grilling every known copy of The Golden Girls on DVD and it will be lost forever.
Oh, no.
In that case, call the cops because it is a direct violation of my constitutional right to the pursuit of happiness.
Word.
I love those girls.
It's just that sometimes things that feel like they're a threat are really just making us uncomfortable. And it's actually troubling that some of our feelings require the police.
Can you imagine if we called the police every time a white person made us uncomfortable? Hello, police. There's a man here who won't stop touching my hair.
Relax, ma'am. We'll send a police officer down right away. Or, beep boop bop.
Black 911 emergency.
Hello, police. There's a tiny Miss Daisy around here, and I'm afraid that she's afraid and will do something crazy.
Just calm your black ass down, sir. Pretend she's a bear and lie motionless on the ground.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, run away in zigzags. Her lack of rhythm will make it impossible to follow you.
Some of you may see this whole thing as overreacting.
And yes, it is, but keep in mind that there are appropriate ways to overreact.
When you see something that bothers you, say a student sleeping in a common area or a black man leaving their house, you don't call the fuzz, just find another person and just complain about it, along with all of the other specifically white complaints you have.
Like sunburns.
Yes. Yes. This is just like sunburns. And by that I mean this is your specific problem and we know nothing about it. And you just need to talk to each other about it and leave us alone. Okay? I can't.
If you were to ask me what to do about your sunburn, I'd have to assume you should pour like milk on it.
Yeah. Okay, of course, that's just sound reasoning.
And if you asked me why you're so afraid of black folks, I'd say, I don't know, talk to the manager, Deborah.
Ask them if anyone, including African Americans, need your permission to be anywhere, and if the answer is no, then don't call the police.
Hello. That's all you need to do. And it's super important that you all work through your own feelings because it's summer break and Sarah Brosh may come back home, see brown people walking, talking, and or sleeping, and then overreact again.
What if she's here? What if she calls the police on us right now?
Hello, 911, I have an emergency. There's a suspicious comedian standing in a theater talking about race.
Can you describe him?
He's 5'9", short hair, skin tone, rueful hazelnut.
We're Alyssa and Aron.
Don't call the cops.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube video. Make sure you click subscribe to watch the best Minnesota-focused satire around.